Hey everybody, I'm GoDaddy, aka Patrick, and welcome to GoDaddy TV Studios, which you've made it to the 14th episode in the 7th season, and I'll tell you what, we're just entering into the 9th week today. They've completed 8 weeks of Flower Beautifully. They deserve a diploma. Look at them. Oh my God. I'm going to tell you everything I've done in the tent this week, and also tell you what's going on with everything, because it's getting exciting. We're going to end up pulling the skunk, I think, in the next day or two. To harvest, and we're going to hang on to these two, but we're going to talk about this a little bit later. First, let me tell you what I've done in the tent. So, to begin with, in lights, I'm still running at full blast in the tent with my 3 Mars Hydro 3000s. I got full blast on those things, and they're running about 275 watts out of the wall, and they're doing a great job at about 18 inches, give or take.
About 750 par.
About 750, 800 par, something like that. The girls, look at them. They look as healthy as could be. They look as happy as could be. They got no wants.
Wait a second. How do you know that they're happy with their
with the life? This will never get old with you, Mrs. GoDaddy, making you do this, will it? Okay. All my leaves are kind of flat, and some of them are asking for more light, but overall they're all flat and happy and looking really good. But if they were curled down like this, I would have to move the light up or put the dimmer on because they'd be getting too much light. As far as watering the tent, our skunks are ready to go. So I've had this in mind all week in the tent with them, and I was going, what am I going to do with them? Am I just going to dry them out starting today? And I go, no. You know what I'm going to do with these girls? I'm going to give them drier soil for a few days, and I did. I watered them for maybe 4 days, trying to put a lot less water, making them live on half of what they were living on before. And they've looked beautiful, but there's something to, it's bro science, I know. I think it might be bro science, right?
Well, I don't know. Like they say, I know about picking blackberries. You don't pick blackberries on the day after a rain. You let them dry out.
And tomatoes, you want to don't want to saturate tomatoes and overwater tomatoes because they lose
watery.
flavor, right?
They'll be watery.
I'm kind of going with this thought, whether it's right or not, or if it's just bro science, this is kind of what I'm thinking. So I watered these girls just enough this week, and I think I completely stopped watering 2 days ago, and they're going to be ready tomorrow or the next day as far as dryness. Well, I'm going to go into, I've seen people let their plants wilt before they harvest. But you do want to, it's very common, I don't know how much bro science involved in it, but it's very common to harvest in dry soil or dry medium. I don't know what you do in a hydroponic grow. That's like all water. Why don't those buds be all water along? I don't know. Anyways, maybe you guys can let me know in the comments what you guys think about this watering fiasco that I'm going through in harvest. But nevertheless, telling you what I did. And maybe there's a little experiment involved. Who knows?
Maybe somebody knows.
These girls are going to be ready in a couple days, but we backed off on the watering. And these girls, we watered pretty normal, but we tried to dry off the soil. I think we're finishing up on the gnats, getting rid of the gnats in here, and just finishing up on the soil. So let me give you a basic average of what all the girls were drinking in tent for this last 7 days, okay? Freyja, she was only drinking 1.28. Now, theoretically, she's drinking a lot more. She was drinking a lot. But I haven't watered her. She's went without 3 or 4 days of, she's went without the last 2 days. That would have been at least 4 or 5 more liters. Anyways, you get the idea. Sedna, 1.58. She was drinking more at the end. How do you like that? Huh? Lakshmi, 2.11. Okay, that's what she's drinking a day. That's pretty damn good, Lakshmi. That's my baby. She's drinking. Diana, you know what Diana's saying? She's saying, you know what? I think I'm fucking done. But she's not done. You're not done yet. But she's saying, with 1.48 liters, she's slowing down in drinking. I don't think the skunks have slowed down at all by drinking. If I would have left, I know they got lower figures, but it's because I haven't even given them any water in the last couple of days.
Shh, they have no idea what's going to happen.
Oh, that's true. Well, now they might if they listen to me. So anyways, our VPD in the tent, I've been trying to keep it as dry as possible in here. It's been between, well, because I got the door open, it's maybe 45.
Humidity?
Thank you. The humidity's been maybe 45 over here for these girls over here because they're by the door. They're catching some of that fresh air coming in. I don't know what it is. We've been around 50, 51 in this tent. I've actually had the tent doors open during the day to keep the humidity down in here. So they've been down around 45 or 50 humidity, staying. And I'm actually trying to lower the temperatures. There's going to be science out on this stuff in no time. And when it is, hopefully I get it first, so I can deliver that news to you guys. And by the way, I'm trying to keep it cooler in here. I haven't been so successful, but I got the doors open and things open. I'm trying to keep it around 70, 75 in here now. Not trying to get quite up to 80 for the finish. Trying to.
It's autumn.
Yeah, it's kind of autumn. Trying to cool down. There's some other. I don't know if that's bro science. That's my science. How's that? Come on. Hey, weed porn's next. Are we ready? Oh, we have one more thing to say before we go to weed porn. Okay. Want to talk about the spreadsheet?
All right. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So I'm in a box somewhere now, right, Mrs. GoDaddy?
Yeah.
Did you put me in a little box?
I'll put you in a box.
Can you?
You'll just feel.
I hope it's a fun box.
It's a.
No, I mean I'd like it to move around.
Well, I don't know.
Or do something fun around it. Can you do something funny? Everybody wants to see.
I can give you a purple outline.
Can you make me a clown?
Okay. I can try.
Put me in a box, maybe. I don't know. It's an idea. And in the background, you're going to see this spreadsheet, and we have it on. It's in our description on all of our videos down there, and you'll see it where it says spreadsheet.
Put a link.
Yeah, just want to let you guys. We don't say it often, but want to let you guys know there's a spreadsheet for everything we do there. We didn't start out now. Last season we did and down at the bottom left-hand corner, Mrs. GoDaddy's going to show you where that is right now. The bottom left-hand corner, she's going to click on it, show you exactly where to go. Right on the bottom left-hand corner of these spreadsheets, there's a season 5, 6, and 7, right? And 5, we didn't do much on that. It was kind of a
very basic.
Very basic. And then the next season, we really tried to get everything. And then we started this season, season 7, and there's tabs, so you can see each season, what we did on each season. And season 7, we had to, what do you call it when you re-engineer?
Yeah, we kind of had to reverse engineer. We had to go back in time because we were very scattered about doing our spreadsheet.
Yeah, but we did manage to, when you look at it, what we have on there is
it's
correct.
Accurate.
It's accurate, and if we don't have something on there, just the job we did re-engineering it was good. I mean, it really, there's a lot of information there. So, and we're gonna make a better effort every season because I tell you what, and this is why we re-engineered it, because I found it. I wanted to go back and look at stuff I did in the last grow, and it wasn't there because and I wanted to compare what I was doing earlier in this grow. I had no comparison.
To know, to make a timeline really of like top dressings, and up pottings, and defoliation and stuff.
It's time for some weed porn. I'll tell you what, you guys, you're in for a treat. I'm one fucking happy daddy, and I'm very, very proud. Let's go check out some weed porn. Come on. Hey guys, we made it to weed porn, and I can't wait to show you the girls. Come on. Hey, check out Freyja. This is Freyja. This is Sedna. And they both just finished up their 8th week of flowering, and they're getting out of the tent tomorrow, the next day, and getting hung. So we're just calling it at 8 weeks of flower, and they're both looking absolutely beautiful. These are skunks from Rocket Seeds. Let's check out Freyja. Come on, Freyja. Oh my God, you have been. You have just come from behind and ended up looking really beautiful. You really don't have a lot of pistils right now. I can see a couple of them, but you definitely look done if we were just looking, with just without using a microscope or anything.
The naked eye?
The naked eye says, I'm done. That doesn't necessarily mean they're done. For me, you take a good look at the trichomes, that's how you get it done. But some people look at the bud and decide when to harvest just by looking at where the bud is. And they would harvest her now because she looks done visually, but if she is done, they would be, they would be fucking right. They'd be absolutely right. Hey, these buds are absolutely rocks, by the way. They're little rocks. Not to say I've been touching them a lot, but a little bit. I pinched a couple and just noticed that they are going to be just heavy, heavy, heavy little boulders, just like they're supposed to be. You've done a great job, Freyja. Let's go take a look at Sedna. Come on. Sedna. Oh, baby. Hey, this is Sedna, our other skunk from Rocket Seeds. She only vegged 6 months, or 6 weeks, unlike Freyja. And she doesn't look done like Freyja does. She's still got a lot of pistils.
Got some of that Guy Fieri hair.
She does, but when you look at her with the scope, our microscope, she looks just as done as Freyja, and we are going to harvest her in probably tomorrow or the next day with Freyja. They're both going to get harvested together, and they look quite different. She's just looking absolutely beautiful. She's been a beautiful girl to work with, maybe one of the prettiest grows as far as having it level canopy. If we're talking about that being pretty, which I really like, it's one of my fun things to do is level a canopy, and she came out unbelievably beautiful, and I'm so proud of her in every single way. She does have the most buds out of anybody. She has 48 rock hard buds on top. And I've got to tell you something, you guys. I love growing this way because I love getting rock hard buds, and they're actually fun to trim. I'm telling you, if you hate trimming, it's probably because I didn't know I was trimming larf before. So I didn't know why I hated, trimming. But since I started getting really dense buds, I'm telling you, much funner to trim. I don't even want Miss Grody Daddy to do it. Hey, Sedna, you're looking beautiful. What can I say? We're gonna get a good look at you in a couple days when we chop the shit out of you. But I love you. Let's go look at the other girls in the other tent. Come on. All right, guys. Tent 2, fabulous. We've got Lakshmi and Diana. Looking beautiful, by the way. We've got some really big buds on Lakshmi, some really big buds on Diana. Crystal. Diana's absolutely looking crystallized. Let's take a look at Lakshmi. She is our Shiskaberry from Rocket Seeds. And I'll tell you what, she has got some really big buds. And you can see they're all on the top like they are. And I'll tell you what, you know what? What can I say? They're they're rocks and they smell delicious. Jeremy from Build a Soil would say, they are loud.
Are they?
Yeah, they're very loud. Anyways, they're just rocks sitting on top. It's obvious what I'm going to have to trim, this next trim. Lakshmi, you've done a great job. You're not going to make me trim larf. Oh, and I also want to talk a little bit about something. We'll do this while we're looking at Lakshmi's buds. Okay, guys, be patient. We're going to take a close look while I tell you guys a little bit about harvesting. Okay, look at all the growth on her still. You would look at her and go, man, she's not ready yet. She's got a lot of growing to do. Well, let me tell you something. You can't always tell. Me and Mrs. Grodaddy were watching a video one time a few years ago, or a couple years ago, and I'll never forget that video. Somebody was taking a bud off in the last weeks of harvest. I think they started like at the 5th or 6th week of harvest and started taking buds off and getting them tested. And I think the bud that had the most THC didn't even look this done. It had a lot of growth coming out, a lot of pistils.
Yeah, real Guy Fieri kind of.
And it was at the highest THC level when it looked like it still had a lot more growing to do.
Yeah.
So you really have to get in there and look at the trichomes if you want to, pick it at the time you want it. Because I'm a full believer that you can't just look at it and go, there's a lot of pistils growing out of it, and therefore it's done. Or it's not done, it's got more weeks. You really got to get in there and look at the trichomes and see what they're doing. Hey, Lakshmi, you're no disappointment. Just like all your other sisters, I'm just proud of you. Love you, Lakshmi. Look forward to, what can I say? I look forward to us having a few,
puffs.
A few puffs together, kind of, as we would say. Anyway, it's nothing like when your teenagers get old enough and you could, get high with them. Literally.
21 in the
literally. Okay, now let's go take a look at Diana and see how she's looking at the tent. Come on. Hello, Diana. Diana, you're special. You know that Daddy thinks you're special. You are special. You are so special. We needed to get a bunch of these things to support you because you've become unsupportable. You know what?
Heavy.
You become a little top heavy, but that's okay. It's just her genetics.
She's kind of light.
These are all little rocks, by the way. Okay, they're small. There's not a lot of big, huge buds. There's a couple bigger ones in the back, but I'll tell you what. There's no plant that has more. How would Jeremy say? He would say, loud. She's the loudest one in the tent. She's absolutely screaming. She's screaming, eat me.
I think
she's screaming, eat me.
It
sounds nasty, doesn't it? But she's screaming, eat me. She smells just like wedding cake, and I just want to eat her.
It's really
oh my God. Oh, and she's really looking gorgeous. Hey, I got to tell you something. She's our wedding cake in the tent from Rocket Seeds, and she has just been wonderful.
She's kind of more than met expectations.
Oh, yeah. And so in another week or so, we'll be looking at seeing about harvesting her. Her trichomes aren't ready yet either. She needs a little more time in the tent. We're going a little further on Lakshmi and Diana. We're trying to get a few more amber trichomes on each of them. I got to tell you something though, Diane. I honestly love you, and when I think about you sometimes, my eyes get a little watery because I love you so much, and I know this is going to end soon, this part of our relationship. But like Lakshmi and the others, we will share a puff together, I guarantee you. Okay? Hey, You're awesome. I love you all. Everybody, all 4 of you girls, you're all beautiful. I love all of you equally. No, I don't. I love you more. I absolutely love you more. Come on! Hey guys, thanks again for coming by. Appreciate you guys coming by. Without you, there's no us. There really isn't. There is no us. We're doing this shit together. And we're talking about maybe a few of you guys growing with me next season. I hope this happens. Our Discord is in, well, it's in the description. So you can go down to you can go down in the description, and we got a Discord down there. You can click on it and go to our Discord.
It's an invitation link, I think.
Not a lot of guys out there, but it's the same old guys that have been there for a while.
Our buddies.
Yeah, and hopefully that grows with our channel, and we get you guys to come out there and show us your if you're growing with me or not. Show the girls, talk to the guys.
You can show off your buds too.
Yeah, we got different growers out there. We got guys doing hydroponic, and they got some different stuff going on too. And we got some really good growers out there. So come by and talk to us. And if you have any questions, if you're a new grower, it's a good place to get real information. You know what? I won't let it happen on my Discord. I won't let anybody bullshit you. That's what I won't allow on my Discord. And you know, you go to these what do you call them? Forums. Be careful, guys, on the forums. Okay, I admit, I listened when I first started growing. There's a few things that I heard on the forums that created some bad growing habits. I would say some bad growing habits.
Some poor choices.
Some poor choices. So you guys be careful out there in your message boards. You remember, you come out to mine. I don't want anybody to lie to you out there. And anyways, hey, we love you guys. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you next week, I hope, because we're going to show you probably some B-roll or something about us harvesting and hanging the skunks. And then, of course, you know, another week of these girls. We'll let you know they'll be here, and we'll let you know when we're picking them up. And we're doing the same thing to them. Love you guys. I'm out. I'm out. Well, say they hold, just to give you an example, I know I'm stoned and I'm probably going off, but just to give you an example, say one of these containers holds eight just for shits and giggles, a quarter. So I normally water them.
So start that again.
8 gallons. That's too much, or is it? 8 liters. No, 8 gallons. I am so stoned. Let's just say 8 gallons. Just for shits. Okay. The bags hold so much water in them, which I think is what, about 8 quarts or so, right? That's that's it.
25%.
Oh, I am high.
Well,
25%?
3 out of 4 is 75%. Oh, look at us doing math here.
We're not 4.5 gallons. That'd be 2 gallons.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. These bags will hold about 8 quarts of water. That would be. Oh my goodness! Well, you can understand my stone math that I'm trying to do, right? And tell everybody else what it is.
6 to 8 is the same as 3 to 8.
But you know what? When I fill up a 5-gallon bucket, they take 2.5 gallons to fill one of these up. Wouldn't that be that right? 8 quarts. Yeah.
8 quarts is 2 gallons.
About 2 gallons of water is. That doesn't sound right. It sounds like these things hold more than that. So let me start again on that one, I guess. Okay. So.